Hello, thank you for tuning into this section of readings. This is on YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. I am currently doing in-person readings in Herkimer, New York. If you're near there and you want more details, shoot me an email, I'll tell you about it. Um, I'm going to put the information like the decks and stuff like that below. Other than that, if you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. And let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Leo? Self-sufficient. Not surprising. Not surprising in the least. This card fell out while I was shuffling. And it's somebody, maybe, let's be careful with this, doesn't seem to understand your value, which, okay, we'll see where that goes. But it's almost like, are you not realizing it, or do you maybe you don't care? You're like, oh, they don't get it. Oh well, you may not care, but it does seem to be affecting things. Somebody doesn't see your value, and I feel like for right now, the energy, I feel like you're not understanding what's going on here. Why are we saying that? It's just, I don't think it's coming up on your dashboard, for example. Like, it's almost like having a desk and there's a bunch of stuff that's usually on the desk. This situation is in a drawer and it's just not right in front of you. So I feel like you're not getting it because it's just not right in front of you. It's not getting your attention. So when I say you're not getting it, it's not like you're not understanding it. It's not getting your attention that it's something that's not quite finished or not quite, like you don't realize what's actually there. It's like a book. It's like a book with a very plain cover. It's like the title is just very blah. It's like, Boy on a River. It's kind of like, oh, that's an interesting title. It's a very plain looking book. It's just got its title, Boy on a River. All right. Woohoo. So why do I care? And it may be a really great story, but you're like, it's not getting your attention. I feel like that's why I'm saying you're not getting it, because it's not getting your attention. I should have just said it's not getting your attention. Well, we had to go through the day-and-a-half trip, apparently. This could change a lot of things in your life, whatever this is. You do have the death card down the way. Whatever this is, it has the possibility to change a lot of things in your life if you're able to find out what's actually going on here, but you got to recognize it first. So how do we do that for Leo in case they do want this? Because it's all about seeing what it is so you can make that decision. If you don't know there's a decision there for you to make, you know what I mean? If you don't know there's a $50,000 savings bond in the back part of this desk, if you don't even know it's there, you're not going to look for it. You know what I mean? But if you know, like, what, $50,000, you're going to look for it. What's in one of the desks? What are you talking about? Let me go find it. Let me go see. So I get that there have been signs around you, but I feel like I'm just like, somebody's like saying, oh yeah, that book with the boy, that was pretty good. Okay. Oh yeah, is that the green book? It looks really boring. Yeah, I like that too. And like every now and then, just here and there, like there's been little heads up that there's more to be seen here, but it's very random and it's kind of like you're probably busy doing something else. So it reminds me of like knowing you have to get something done, but it's like while you're doing something, somebody says, "Oh yeah, it's got to be done." Yep, that's right, and then you don't think about it again. There's been little inklings of it. And I feel like I haven't been worried about it. It's like, oh, it's there if I want it. I'm not really worried about it, And when it's coming to you, when the information's kind of coming, little hints that maybe you want to look into this, you're probably busy doing other things. And you're like, okay, maybe. But then you get doing something else and just goes right out of your head. You don't even think about it. You're not worried about it. You know what I mean? So what is this? Temperance coming in again, and then the 10 of Cups. So the same person, it might be the same person keeps coming around and talking about the same situation. But I feel like it's not bothering me. It might even be like, if I'm going to use that book analogy, for example, okay, that person liked that book. Maybe I'll check it out at some time. Maybe I'll look at it. Or maybe it's like, okay, somebody said they liked that book. I hear there's a movie. Maybe I'll watch the movie sometime or whatever. How are you supposed to know that this is it, though? That's what's bothering me. Because I feel like you're doing other things. You're very content in what you're doing. You're not realizing you're missing something. And I feel like somebody's saying it's a good thing, it's fun or whatever, but you're not doubting that they liked it. You're just not convinced that you'll like it too. You're like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see if I get to it. So it's kind of like, how do you know? It's kind of like, almost like, if we're going to use the money analogy again, like there's $50,000 on this little savings bond stuck in the back of this desk. I feel like somebody else is saying, oh, I got one of those desks too, and I found this in the back of it. It was really cool. And you're thinking, oh, that was cool. At least you found something cool. You're not expecting to find, you're just not thinking it's going to happen for you. I feel like you're not expecting it. Something like that. It's just not triggering you. Okay. So how do we get forward to where it will trigger you? How do we get there? Self-care. This was face down. So this is a key to this. Self-care, taking time for yourself. Taking time for yourself. It may literally come down to that. Planning a day for you just to do something just for yourself. I've seen people do this I've seen people do this when they have a large family and they're at their wit's end and they just need some time for themselves. Where they schedule time during a work day. I just remember this one lady doing it. I thought that was really cool. She would take 4 hours in the middle of the day and schedule a personal care appointment. She'd even say it was a doctor's appointment if that's what she needed to do. And she would take 4 hours and go do something just for herself. Come back at the end of the day for work and then go home. But she just, those 4 hours in the middle, and I think technically it was a half hour for lunch. So it was probably 4.5 hours by the time she was done. She just went, did things she wanted to do, enjoyed her life, went maybe saw a movie or something, hung out with a friend she liked, whatever it was. And she just took that time for herself. It might be something like that, where you just literally take time for you. It's like nobody else, especially if you're a person that has family, if you can get away with that. Taking time in the middle of the day where people don't realize you've taken this time for yourself and just going and just recharging your battery. It may just be literally that helps you step back and go, well, I have this time to myself now. Nobody knows I have it. What can I do? Oh, somebody said that book was a good idea. Maybe I'll just read a couple pages, see if it's something that's interesting to me. The self-care thing with the Four of Swords, like you taking healing time for yourself, you just doing something for you. And for Leo, it could be like maybe you just want to go and you want to fix something, you want to paint something, you want to read something, you just want to go to a certain restaurant. You know who you want to go with. You're like, hey, I'm going to take this time off. You want to go? You take that time off too. We'll go. It might be literally just that. It's taking time for you at a time where other people are not expecting it. May literally create this moment. May open that door. It seems very obscure, doesn't it? Because I feel like if you do that, whatever this energy is that's kind of floating around you, I feel like it gets really, really loud. Not like obnoxiously loud, but oh yeah, I should look at that. Oh yeah, I should check that out. I just find it interesting. 10 of Cups right side up. And then the Hierophant coming in like this is like breaking some type of tradition, breaking some type of mold. So example, if you're supposed to be at work from 8 to 5, you're like, well, in the middle of the day, I'm going to go do what I want to do. And that's what we're going to do there. This puts things in your benefit. This stabilizes things. I feel like I need to enjoy myself. When you're enjoying yourself and you're having time just for you, kind of like just a breather, just energy for you, it seems to come right to the forefront. Be sure to listen to people around you that you're letting know what you're doing. So if you're letting certain people know what you're doing, I feel like you trust these people. They might help you they might help you see what you're missing. It's almost like the same energy that keeps floating around you. Oh, you're taking that day to yourself, Leo? What are you going to do? You don't know yet? Well, if you get a chance, I recommend this book, uh, uh, whatever, The Boy on a Pond, or whatever the hell I said it was, Boy on a Lake. I don't remember. It looks really boring. The book doesn't look really flashy, but I'm telling you, the story's worth it. If you want to read, I highly recommend trying that book, because I feel like they're going to highlight it to you. Excuse me. What was that? Because I feel like it's taking time to yourself, but it's like, I keep seeing this and I find this ironic, because Leo taking action usually isn't a difficulty, but it's kind of, there's a caveat with this. Take action for you. Take action for yourself. It's something that you haven't done for yourself in a while, is what I keep getting. Do that. Do something that's for you. For you. Be loyal to you. Step away from other responsibilities and do something for you that will bring it to the forefront. I keep getting that. So for the Leos, this is going to hit for. There might be either you're avoiding something, thinking, well, I'd really like to do that, but I have to do this first. Or maybe other people are kind of pushing on you. Oh, Leo, you can't do that. That's selfish. You should be doing for other people, something like that. By you taking time for you, I feel like you get closer to this, and this is something that can trigger for you. And this is something that can be a really good time for you, but it's something that I feel like they're saying, yeah, you have responsibilities and you love other people, and that's great. You taking some time for yourself does not mean you love anybody else any less. You need to recharge your batteries too. So I feel like for the people this is really going to hit for, you're not giving enough time to yourself. You're not putting enough energy to things that you love. And I don't think it's selfish. I just feel like you're doing a lot for other people. You're not doing enough for you. Okay, what is all that? There's a lot. There's like this whole energy coming in here. Once you open that door, I feel like there's no shortage of information. 5 of Pentacles, and other people may not like it. The Star card reversed makes me think that there might be... Okay, no. This is not a wish and a prayer. The information is already there. Okay. I don't know why we had to rhyme that, but there you go. This isn't for everybody else. This isn't something everybody else can do. This is in the environment. Other people don't either believe in it or they can't do it. Other people might have tried. I don't know. This may not be a story for everybody, but for you, this works. Other people, I feel like, are going to be a little bit down on it, because I keep seeing this card with that one. Other people might be talking against this and giving you a hard time about doing this for yourself. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But one of the reasons they might be against it is because if you go in this direction, it may open other doors. And I keep getting, and I said that before, this might lead into a whole change in your life. The reason they may not like you going towards this is because they know if you start going towards this, you're probably going to like it. And if you like it, it might reshape the whole situation. So it's almost like you're at a certain job, and maybe your family's used to you being at this certain job, and then you take a day off and you just go, take a tour of this one company to see if you would actually like working there, if you had a possibility. And then you go take that tour and you're like, you know what, I really want to work there. I actually would like to work there better. And then before you know it, you've applied, and then all of a sudden then you're working at this new company. That's a whole change. That's kind of representative of this. It could be something like that. Kind of like they don't want you to consider options because they're afraid if you consider options, you're going to start moving on those options. And typically when Leo sees something they like, they start moving towards it and they start making it happen. And it may not be something other people like, but this is your life and you got to do what's right for you. Even if you're a part of a family and they're like, yeah, but you have to pay this and you have to pay that. I'll make that happen. Just because they don't like you're making this change, maybe it makes them uncomfortable, doesn't mean it has to be a bad thing. Because I get like, maybe your light has been diminished for a little while? Really? You should be stepping into the spotlight. That moon can go to your favor. It's a little bit of a mystery. I don't feel like that's going to hold back Leo. It may bother other people because they don't see where you're going and they don't understand. But when you make a decision that you're going to succeed, big change is happening and you can make it what you want it to be. Leo's also that energy. All right, I'm making a big change. Maybe this didn't work out. That's all right. I'll do this. That didn't work out. That's all right. I'll do this. All right, this did work out. You will find your success. You won't you won't be sitting down on the job. You'll make this happen. If you decided success is for you, you will make it happen. I feel like also in the beginning people may not like it, but in the end, when you show your success, I feel like they'll like it. Keep that in mind. They don't like it when they're uncomfortable with it, but once you show the success and you've made good on the situation, then they like it. So I don't know what to say about that. So they'll give you a hard time until it's back to where they like it again, and then all of a sudden, okay, it's cool, everything's fine now. They just make sure you stay here. That's not how Leo works, but they might try to impose that on you. They need to kind of back off and let you do what you need to do. I keep getting there's an opportunity around you. For some reason, it's not hitting with you totally. Again, you're not seeing it. But once you do see it, I feel like then it's just about like you taking that time to decide what you want and moving it forward. And you can get to this new outcome. This could change your it could change your whole life. I don't know why I'm saying that other than that's what's coming forward. I'm feeling that this could change your whole life. Other people may be very uncomfortable with that, but Leo is a mover and a changer and a shaker. Mover and a shaker is what I should have said. So this is what you have to do for your life. People who, for example, if there's somebody who married you, this is what they signed up for. This is what Leo is. If it's your children, well, this is who you are. This is what it is. So this is how it is. So I don't think you should feel bad about it, but I'm getting other people may not be a fan of this at first, but in the long run, they'll be fine with it. It just may be a rough road for a little while, but you'll make it through it. You're Leo. You know what I mean? Are we good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.